Make sure I get all my systems up and running. There we go. All right. All right. Hold on. Ooh, look at all these options. Facebook is doing it, y'all. All right. Anywho, good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Um, girl, I got a message today. It is Message Monday, okay? Okay. So if I'm looking away, I'm live on Facebook and on Instagram. So I'm gonna give both cameras attention. But I just had to come on here and say something real quick. So last week, hey girl, hey. Last week I did not get nearly as much accomplished as I should have, as I needed to, as I wanted to. So last night, I stayed up. I don't watch TV, right? Like I just simply don't watch TV. So last night I stayed up watching Black Lightning, random as heck, but I hadn't seen the last season. And last night I stayed up. I probably watched 10 episodes. I didn't go to bed till like 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning. I woke up at 8. I'm not operating on a lot of sleep, y'all, okay? But like in this process of barely any sleep, a lot of things come to me in my sleep, right? So in this process of barely having any sleep, I realized that I thought that I was struggling with dedication, right? But then I was like, I was definitely dedicated to watching all of these episodes because I wanted to catch up, right? So it kind of like dawned on me and spoke to me like, you have got to use this. You are capable of this level of dedication. You are. You're capable of staying up this late and grinding it out and getting stuff done. I have the ability to do that. So last week, I honestly think I was in like mourning because I have come to the understanding of some things in my business, and I was mourning having to possibly, or not even possibly, having to pivot again so soon, right? I was in mourning of the fact that something that I had worked so hard on, the response was not where I thought it was going to be, and the responses that I was getting was pushing me in a different direction. So I was frustrated, and you know, I had all this content prepared for this month, like all this stuff that I needed to share, all these things I wanted to talk about, but then I came to the realization that there was going to be a shift in my business. And I was mourning that. Okay. It took me a week. I did some things last week, but I didn't do everything on my list. I write a list every week of things to do, and I did not get a lot of stuff accomplished on that list. So, one of the things that I wrote on my content calendar was just a little note of motivation. And it said, if you ever get discouraged, just remember to shake the day off and plan for the next. It's not that serious. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I got to do. That is what I have to do. I realized, last week, this is like the Bible, okay? Like, I write so many things in here. I brain dump ideas into this notebook, and the notebook is full of stuff from last week. But it's one thing to have ideas, it's another thing to execute those ideas, right? So I'm now, focusing on the execution part of it. So that is my message for today. You can mourn stuff in your business. Give yourself time, okay? And once you're done, make a plan, come back and get it done. So today we're continuing on our journey of establishing a digital hoofprint for equine businesses. And what does establishing a digital hoofprint mean? So I remember when I was in high school, I was competing in science competitions, y'all. I was a nerd. Okay, I did research. I was traveling all around the country, well, mostly the East Coast, but I was doing my presenting my research and winning like awards and things like that. And I got to the point where like you could Google my name and articles of me would come up of things that I had done, so and so Ariana won this competition and took home this medal, da da da. And so from an early age, I understood what it meant to have that online presence. This is what before social media, really. I think I may have had MySpace. But as a business, you don't want anyone to struggle to find you. I myself, along with my co-hosts, run the Black Equestrian Network. Surprise if you didn't know. Sometimes it's like a hidden person behind it, but that's us too. We everywhere. But you would be surprised how many requests we get from people saying, I want to find a horse trainer in my area. I want to find a farrier in my area. I want to find so-and-so in my area. And that's what that resource is about. But if these businesses are not online, it is so hard, especially in this day and age, to get in contact with them, to patronize them, especially if there's not like a brick and mortar situation. And for a lot of people, they travel, So if you don't have a Facebook page, if you don't have some sort of website, how is it that these people are supposed to get in contact with you? Gone are the days that we're posting flyers with the little cut tabs at the bottom with the phone number on it saying that the services that you offer, things like that. Those days are gone. That's past. Okay. It's definitely a method, posting stuff like that in the feed store and in the gas stations and things like that. But every single business in the horse, period, not only the horse industry, needs to have some sort of online presence to be successful. So people know that you exist. So you can get these clients and then you can make this money and be successful. So recap on some of the ways that you can establish your digital hoofprint that I've gone over before. You can figure out what your story is, what's unique about you, what makes you the perfect person for the job, whichever job it is. If you're a farrier, did you get special certifications? Do you have experience with therapeutic shoeing? Are you shoeing race horses? Are you shoeing draft horses? Like, what's special about you? In knowing that, writing a honest and authentic bio for your website, for your social media pages, things like that. And in that video, it's on my YouTube channel, but I talked about how you don't have to have one single bio. You can cater it to the audience that is requesting it. Then creating your social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, figuring out where your audience is, where do they live, and creating a page there. So if you are a business professional and you say that you're a equine lawyer, you might not get your clients from Instagram, because what super snazzy, attractive photos can you post as a horse lawyer? But you may get a lot of intel or clients or interactions from things posted on Facebook or on LinkedIn. You know, you have to figure out where your audience lives and park yourself there and share your message there. Establish your hoofprint there. Then the next thing was a website. Went over that before. You need a website. You need a functional website. You need a website that converts viewers to clients. You need one that's attractive. You need one that's appropriate. You need one that is got your domain. You know, you need something. You need to have your own ownership over some piece of the internet. And that is your website. What are you going to do if social media goes away tomorrow? You need to be able to have somewhere where your business lives so people can still find you. So in having your website, the same thought process applies for email lists. If social media is gone tomorrow, how are you going to contact people? You need to find a way via your website to capture email addresses and keep your clients up to date on things that are going on in your business, and you know, just have that interaction. I mean, that's literally them letting you into their inbox house. So that having that email is that invitation. Say, hey, you can contact me directly, and you make sure you show up for those people. All right, so this video is going to go over ways 7 through 10 on my list of establishing your digital hoofprint. And we're going over all of them because they all kind of resonate with one another. So just like talking about websites, you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. Where did my notes go? Hold on, y'all. You know, in my Bible, I have lots of things. I thought I wrote it in here. Maybe I did not. Anywho, oh, there it is. Perfect. All right. So we do not want to rely on social media only, right? We want to have a website. We want to have an email list. We want to have a way to reach people that is not only through social media. So there's a difference. Like, say that you posted a picture on Instagram. How long are people going to see that really? I mean, people are scrolling and scrolling and scrolling so quickly. And like studies show that it takes like 5 to 7 times for somebody to see something before they actually interact with it. Because you never know. I mean, you know, especially with horses, like people can be scrolling and then the horse kicks through the wall or something, and then they forgot to patronize your business. What they were like, oh yeah, that looks really good. Oh dang, the horse did something stupid. So you have to repeat yourself. And if you, I got some very good information from a coach that I follow, but she said if you don't feel like you are being repetitive, if you don't feel like you're talking about the same thing over and over and over again, and you might be annoying people, then you're not doing it right. You need to talk to people about the same thing over and over and over again before they kind of absorb it and say, oh, okay, let me go buy that. So with social media being so transient and so like quick, and things that could be popular on Monday, nobody even thinks about on Friday, you need to find a way to kind of share information and put a stamp on the internet that's going to stay. And this is called long form content. So long form content is technically like a blog or some sort of digital product, like an ebook, like some sort of text that's like 500 to 700. That's kind of on the shorter side, but 700 to 1,000 words that just explains whatever it is that you want. And apparently, Google prefers these long form contents and will rank you higher. So if someone says, I'm looking for a horse trainer in the Maryland area, if you write a blog post about, you know, training horses and have references to Maryland or something like that, it would rank higher than if you were to just post a picture on Instagram and say, oh yeah, look at me, I'm in Maryland, tag Maryland, boom, I'm a horse trader. Yeah. Like, no, it's not gonna work when people are just looking it up on Google. So here are some of the advantages of long form content in forms of a blog or some sort of digital text file. It's parked on your website. So we talked about how social media is so fast that things can be lost quickly. If you write a blog or if you have stuff on your website, it is parked there. And when people visit your website, they can see, you know, all of the content that you have produced. They can go through and you know, choose, if you have the right tags on it, they can choose what they want to read about. Do they want to read about different types of horseshoes? Do they want to read about different types of shoeing processes? Do they want to read about barefoot trims? Like, you know, they can choose what kind of content they want to consume. It improves site visits and the amount of time people spend on your website because they are having to actually read, or they're having to actually watch the video associated with this blurb of text. It's rewarded by search engines. It improves search engine optimization, which we'll talk about later on in the month. But if you have different keywords in your text, then you will have like increased visibility, like you will rank higher on Google. When you write long form content, you seem as if you have higher brand authority. And higher brand authority or like industry authority just means that you look like you know what you're talking about. If you can sit here and write about it, if you can make a video about it, you look like you know what you're talking about. And people want to hire people that know what they're talking about. That's that. You can convert people to clients. If you have t-shirts that you want them to buy, you can, you know, talk about, or if you have like an affiliate link with some company, you can talk about how, you know, if your horse gets an abscess, what to do. And that Coro, if they go to coroshop.com, then they can get a Davis boot to help soak the abscess. Like you can use your long form content. So have people, they're like, oh dang, I didn't even know I needed that. Let me click on this affiliate link, purchase this thing, and then you get paid through your affiliate program. That's another way to make money, y'all. We'll talk about that later too. And then you can promote your different services and products through your content as well. So that's just one of the ways that you can put more you can put more of your, you can establish more of a presence in an online way by writing up little blurbs and just sharing pieces of information with your audience on your website. I say that like writing a blog. I have a blog on my website and I need to definitely get better. I have so many prompts and things that I need to write about, and I just need to sit down and get it out. It is what it is. So I will be working on that today too, since I didn't do it last week. But other ways that you can establish your digital hoof print, ways 8 through 10. you can develop a podcast. Now, y'all know I'm one of the co-hosts of Young Black Equestrians, the podcast. And honestly, this podcast has taken us to heights that I didn't even know existed. It's put us in rooms that we didn't know existed. You know, it's put our name on things that we didn't know were possible. It and it's relatable. I mean, someone's listening to my voice and learning from my voice on a weekly basis. So when they ask me to be on a panel or when they ask me to speak at a event, they know exactly who they're talking to. Okay? I'm not I always refer to this comment written describing me in Horse Illustrated magazine. I got it right here. Hold on, I don't want to screw up my camera. It puts us in magazines we didn't even know we could get into. Okay. So podcasting is my jam. And the way that we have done it for the last year, we will record our podcast on Zoom. And then when I'm done editing the podcast, I publish video and I publish audio. Use the audio to upload to the podcast platform. Video is uploaded to the YouTube channel. And that's number 9. Number 9 is creating a YouTube channel. It is a way to establish your digital footprint. So you have the capability of using this one piece of content in multiple ways. You can do a YouTube video. You can record it. Like this video right here will go on my YouTube channel, right? But it's my live. It's going to be on my socials, but it'll also be on my YouTube. And then I don't have a podcast for Black Unicorn Creative, but if I wanted to, because I got too many podcast ideas, y'all. If I wanted to, I could strip the audio from this video, put it on the podcast. And I'm not recording extra, right? It's just me right here, right now. This one time. And then I can write a blog post about the things that I cover in this video. It doesn't have to be super in depth, really, as long as I use keywords associated with topics that I'm talking about. I can link to different portions in this video. I can say, hey, I started talking about how to get through grieving a pivot in your business in the beginning. Boom. Go to time code 5 minutes in. I talked about podcasts at 23 minutes in. You know, I can do that on my website in a blog post. Because not everybody learns the same. Not everybody wants to watch video because they are trying to do something at work. You know, so they're like, okay, maybe I can just listen to you. Not everybody wants to hear things or see it. They just want to read it. So, y'all, you can read this because I'm going to put it out. I'm going to put it out for you guys. And that way, it accommodates people who have different requirements for consuming information. So, developing a podcast is number 8. Creating a YouTube channel is number 9. Number 10 is creating instructional or fun videos. And that kind of plays off of the YouTube channel as well. So everybody loves TikTok at this point. Everybody loves Reels, which is like bootleg TikTok. No, you do not need. So Dr. Arnika asked if you need the paid version of Zoom to record and strip audio for the podcast. No, you do not. The free version of Zoom lets you talk for up to 45 minutes. When you close, as long as you hit record when you start the Zoom meeting, when you close the Zoom meeting, it will pop up and say The recording of this meeting is downloading. And when it downloads, there will be an audio file and a video file. So it's already separated. For us, I always add like our sponsors and our intro and our outro. So when I put the video into Final Cut Pro, I can export it. I can add all the pieces I need to and then export it as audio and then export it as video. So because I want to do all these extra little things, I do it that way. But if you are using like a podcast hosting program that allows you to do it like on their website, then you can do it a different way. So there's many ways to do it, but Zoom will download from the recording. It will produce a file on your computer with audio and video separately, which is why I like Zoom. A lot of people like Skype and Google Hangouts and stuff like that. I don't know how to use all that. I know how to use Zoom, and I'm happy that Zoom does that for me. All right. So, yeah, creating instructional and fun videos, TikToks, Reels, just regular old videos, just telling people how to do stuff. A lot of people like to have free information. They do. That's what I'm talking to y'all right now. This is free game. I'm going to give it to you because I spent years researching this stuff and figuring out how it will work for me. So being able to tell, I always say the true way that you know that somebody is proficient in something is that if they can teach it to somebody else. You can tell me all day long that you know how to do algebra, but if you can't teach me how to do algebra, do you really know how to do algebra? That's kind of how I feel about it. So if you're saying that you are a professional in this entity, in this industry, that you need to be able to teach somebody, right? As veterinarians, you teach your clients how to take care of their horses. As trainers, your whole job is teaching. So if you can't, as a horse trainer, you could record a lesson and record your voiceover and just say, hey, like, this is what I saw in this person. This is why I told them what I told them, and this is how they changed. No, you can't be in my video. So this is one of the ways that you can establish your digital Hoofprint by recording videos, instructional or fun videos that teach people. They're not just lecturing like I'm doing right now. But yeah, that's one of the ways. So that was 7, write a blog. 8, develop a podcast. 9, develop a YouTube channel. And 10, create instructional and fun videos for your peoples, for your clients, for your future clients, and for your old clients that are haters that left you. Oh, I'm just being silly, y'all. All right, so I'm catching up from last week. Okay, I was in mourning of the soon to be pivot in my business, but now I'm excited about it. I had to get up and get dressed. I noticed that was one of my things that I was not doing. I would wake up, pull my computer up on the bed, and type away. And then the day is gone. I'm answering emails and things like that, and answering things that my clients are asking me to, but I was not forward productive. I was, standing in the same spot productive, but not pushing myself and my business forward last week. This week's a different week. I'm getting up, I'm getting dressed every single day. I'm gonna have coffee, okay? I'm gonna act like I'm working a job. And it's, transitioning to stay at home work life. Sometimes it's a struggle. But now I know what I need to do, and staying in my bed is not the solution. Got it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm excited about the next two. Well, I'm excited about the next few ways to establish your digital hoofprint, and I am going to recommit. Yes, coffee is a daily necessity. Boom, right here. I had some coffee at my sister's house, and it was amazing. So I have to go out and get that. I'm still kind of like with Keurigs because I feel like I'm polluting the environment, but it is what it is at this point. I'm just gonna have to get it. Anywho, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Please, 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 if you have any questions, shoot me a message, inbox, anywhere. You can email me, let's create at blackunicorncreative.com. You can visit my website and fill out the contact form. Or, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. Let me know. If you need a little bit of motivation, I got you, okay? Half the time, when I'm giving somebody a pep talk, I'm pep talking myself. So I like to get it out there. Am I working on kids' books? Yes, I am, actually. You want to see? Do you want to see? Cowgirl Cameron number 3. This book will be out this month. I'll show you one of my favorite pages. M is for mule. It doesn't have any words on it yet, but that mule is actually modeled after 7. So he's precious. And then what's another one that I like? This one. X is for X-ray. Yeah. So it's on my to-do list. It was on my to-do list for last week, and it will is on my to-do list for this week too. So I'll get it done. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for asking questions. If you have anything else that you need, you know where to find me, because I'm going to repeat it over and over and over again so you don't forget. All right. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I think I told her a long time ago, but I'll tell her again once it's published. But, all right. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you later. And